It's gonna take a lot. Oh, we know. I forgot we could do.
Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium and I am here with
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix is in the house. And the best part is we have Mark back who's producing the show. Go Mark. He's been out for a couple of weeks, so I can't even tell you how excited it was or walking into the studio and seeing number 7 here. That's his jersey that he's wearing. So it was just so exciting that he was going to be here. And I didn't know that if Mark wasn't able to be here, this would have been an encore presentation again because there's nobody. I guess the boss and the other guys are completely tied up, and there would have been no one to produce the show. And so thankfully, Mark's here, and we're back live. And I missed it. I missed last week. And the reason I wasn't here last week is I had a dental appointment, and a huge shout out to Pam, and who cleans my teeth.
Pam and Bill.
And Bill, of course. And in the dentist office, but
Dr. Grover and the staff, if they're listening.
Dr. Grover is
kudos.
amazing. But I needed to get my whole side of my mouth numb, and it was just too close to coming into the station. And thank God I didn't, because even at 5 o'clock, the side of my mouth was so numb, I would have sounded like Cindy Brady the whole show, and that wouldn't have been good. Or maybe Cindy Brady would have been too good. I don't know what I would have sounded like, but everything worked out, and I'm just so excited to be back. Facebook Live's on, and we're back. We're back where we belong on Wednesdays at 5. And one of the things I saw, my good friend Heidi said 5 o'clock Wednesdays is happy hour. So happy hour, including Through the Static. So
we're kind of missing something important, though. If we're going to have a happy hour, we better bring the booze. I need a drink.
First, I mean, I don't know.
Happy hour.
First of all, that word booze is from 1965. Where did you get booze from?
I don't know.
Booze.
Maybe spirit.
I don't know what it is, but booze.
A cocktail.
Who says booze anymore?
I just did.
All right, I guess so. But it is what it is with this Puerto Rican. You never know what you're going to get with Elix, right?
You get what you get, baby.
And, of course, the biggie was that we were in New York for our 26th anniversary. I heard Mark do a shout out that anyone that was that may be on Facebook Live or get to talk to me to say happy anniversary. So thank you, Mark.
Thank
26
you.
years, and seriously, how he's put up with me, I really don't know. Thanks, Mark.
That is right.
I honestly don't know, but
I don't either.
26 years.
I'm going to heaven.
Yeah, well,
there's a special place in heaven for me. Those of you who know Stephen, well, you know I'm speaking the truth. But I love you.
That I'm a darling? Is that what you mean?
You are, darling, and somehow I've managed 26 years. And we had a great time in New York.
We went to see Book of Mormon, and which was incredible. We had dinner with 2 amazing friends.
Jane and Rick.
Yes.
They better be listening.
They better be.
And if they're not,
we're going to test them.
Jane.
Yeah. I'll test them to see whose name I said first. How's that?
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll know if they're listening or not. So.
And we went to Delmonico's, the second oldest restaurant in the country.
Yeah. It was amazing. The venue, the architecture inside was incredible. And we were telling Facebook friends that were listening that we went to the concierge to find out where we could have dinner Saturday night for our anniversary. So she gave us about 5 selections in New York, like really nice restaurants. But the first one she brought up was Delmonico's, and all she needed to say was that in Funny Girl, she said to me, and Elix, do you know the movie Funny Girl? I'm like, what? Of course I know. How did you not know Funny Girl? And Barbra Streisand went into the restaurant with, I don't know if it was Omar Sharif. I don't remember who it was. But in any case, once I heard that, I needed to go to Delmonico's.
Of course. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Stephen is not a red meat eater. Delmonico's is a steakhouse. So I'm thinking, okay, so he's definitely, that's where we're going. I wonder if there's going to be anything that he can eat there. So I
would have just had salad just to know I'm in the restaurant where Barbra Streisand was. That's all that that's all that mattered. But I had oysters. I had
You had
Dover
Dover
Sole,
Sole, which was incredible.
which was huge and amazing. Delmonico's definitely blew our expectations away. It was amazing. The food was amazing. The service was amazing. So
we walked the skyline in New York. For those of you who have the High Line. Excuse me. If you haven't walked it, that's really an awesome thing to do. And then we went to the Hudson, what is it called?
Yards.
The Yards, and we went through the vessel. We posted a Facebook Live.
Did you see that, Mark?
At the vessel.
The vessel, which we knew nothing about. Where we if you walk from the beginning of the High Line to the end, you will end up right at the Hudson Yards new mall. And we were looking what is the structure next to the mall? And it was the vessel. So we were able to get tickets and went up, and it was really high. It was so high. But when you're walking, it doesn't feel like you're getting that high because it's platforms after platforms, right? And there's just these staircases, so you just don't know.
But he's really high. You're not afraid of heights.
No.
I am.
No.
My knees were literally shaking, and then we're doing a Facebook Live at the top of the vessel. I could barely hold on to myself.
Yeah, but the cool thing is people are walking by and they're hearing us on Facebook Live and saying happy anniversary. It was really an amazing weekend. The weather could not have been any better. The weather was like in the 60s, sunny to walk around, and that's what we do in New York, right? It's just walk around.
By the way, can we make sure we give a shout out to Manny, Nino, and all the wonderful people at the Wagner Hotel in New York City, Battery Park.
The best people. If you're looking for a hotel in Battery Park, the Wagner is the place to go. You don't get any better staff than those guys, and they're incredible, and they're so caring, and they took care of us, and we had a room, and one of the staff upgraded us to a suite. So the suite was so big that one night, I'm a huge coffee person, right? So every night I have coffee, and we ordered it. And
coffee.
All right, on Facebook Live I said I'm getting a new co-host. And next week there's going to be someone new here. So
you
all right,
Mark's
gonna
wouldn't
need someone
know
to
what
produce
to
it then.
do. Yeah, right.
But you do both though, right? Yeah. So Mark's all set. But the room was so big that I got a phone call in the room saying the guy's been at the door for I don't know how long. You couldn't hear the knocking, but the guy said that happens all the time. So, and the coffee was really good.
Everything was
just on a
amazing.
side note, right?
We had an amazing time.
We did.
New York City.
The dinner at Carmine's
really awesome.
with Jane and Rick was incredible. And from there to go to the Book of Mormon. And again, Mark mentioned that it's going to be at PPAC here in Rhode Island. And if you have a chance to go, you have to go. It is hilarious.
You will laugh a lot.
We laughed hysterically. It was amazing. It was really, really good. From the second it starts right to the end.
Right, all the way.
Right.
And it was 2.5 hours, too, so it's a pretty extensive.
But it went by so fast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is really terrific. So
I have another shout-out. My friend Lois Wagner she's actually, she was in the Middle East, but she's now traveling the world.
And her name is?
Lois.
Louis?
Lois.
Oh, Lois.
Lois.
Hi, Lois.
So shout out to you wherever you are. Best of luck. Sending you lots of positive healing light.
That's a wonderful thing. So we had a great weekend, but I am ready to start calls. So I'm going to take a break. So 508-222-1320. And when I come back, I am going to take phone calls.
Okie dokie.
And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and I am going to take some calls. So let's take the first caller. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Tammy.
Tammy, give me 1 second because I can't hear you.
Okay.
Tammy?
Yes.
Perfect. I got you now. How are you, Tammy?
I'm good. Congratulations on your anniversary.
Yay! Thank you. I love it. I love that you're the first caller. And
she gets extra points.
Exactly. Okay, so Tammy, thank you, and we had a great time. So let me. Tammy. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
When I was meditating this morning or later this afternoon, whenever it was, I kept getting Doris. Is Doris connected to you?
No. What? Mom. Dave's mom. Yes. Doris. Yes.
Tammy, I love you. Are you drinking?
Tammy, are you drinking already? It's a happy hour. She took it seriously.
I have like my daughter behind me saying Doris. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't know that.
Wait. So Tammy, who's Doris?
Doris is a family friend.
But is Doris is crossed?
Yes.
Okay, so how cool is it that when I was doing my meditation, when it's Wednesday and I'm going to do the show, I always know that the first caller, a lot of times someone in spirit sneaks in and gives me their name, and I always have to remember to ask them. So just know, Tammy, that Doris, because Doris just said to me you would have never thought she would have come through first. So.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so it's just a way to let you know that she's here, and she's just giving a big wave and a big shout-out to say, hey, Tammy. So, but Tammy, why do I get a strong father figure for you?
My father passed many years ago.
Oh, so that's why I get the strong father figure. So know that your dad is here and stepping forward. Tammy, there's also a mom figure stepping forward too? So Grandma?
My grandmother.
Right.
No.
Grandma is here also, just to let you know that she's here. But your father was going to be first, but for whatever reason, Doris just kind of intercepted the sort of the energy and just wanted to let you know that she was here. So now Doris was a friend of your mom's?
What? No, it's my what? Brother-in-law's mother. I'm so confused.
So so your brother, Tammy, that's funny. So your brother-in-law's mother.
Correct.
Okay, all right. So is this your sister's husband?
No.
Okay, I guess I don't really need to know. She keeps kind of like she doesn't want to let go. Doris just wants to talk. So I was trying to get a clear understanding of where Doris. Let me just say this, Tammy, because Doris just wants to get this out. There were things that were unsaid in Doris's connection or family. Doris is making me feel like there is a period of time of someone not speaking. So I don't know how well you know, like Doris and the brother-in-law and like the family dynamics, or Doris is talking about something closer to you. But something is making me feel that when the person crosses, there was a time frame. I don't know, like right up to the point the person crosses, or prior to that, there was a very unstable relationship. So let me ask you, Tammy, does that reconcile with you or your family?
It does.
Okay, because I can't tell if this is Doris or your dad. They're both talking at the same time, so that's why I wasn't really sure if Doris is talking about her family or this side. But your father just gave like a thumbs up, like it was also coming from him. So just know that he may be just affirming what Doris is saying, but there was a lot of animosity somewhere, Tammy. So Spirit doesn't bring that up to talk about secrets or talk about anything negative. What Spirit does, in this case Doris and your dad affirming, is just to make sure you know that it's really them, and just it's about wanting anybody that's holding on to something now to letting that go. So just keep it with you. Tammy, where does the eyes come in? The issue with the eyes or the eyes?
Oh, right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. I hate to indulge, but
Tammy, you know what? Okay, go ahead.
My son passed away, and his eyes were donated.
Oh, Tammy, you know what? I always trust what Spirit's going to give me, and just know, Tammy, it's a way that your son wanted to make sure that you knew that he was here and stepping forward to let you know that how much he loves you. And I don't who's with you, because he's laughing hysterically. Is he just said to me, Stephen, it's like she's interpreting for English or something. Who's with you, Tammy?
It's Erica, his sister, and he would do that. He would totally laugh.
So this is his sister, Erica.
Yes.
Oh my God, Tammy.
She's right behind me.
Oh my God. Hey, Erica. Well, thank God for Erica, because we would never even know who the hell Doris was, right? So thank God for Erica. But your Erica, for brother, and for you, Tammy, son, I got to tell you that your son's sense of humor is just hilarious. When he was in the physical world as well as he's here, and why he just said what he said was to let you know that how peace he is and how happy he is, how everything turned out, especially with his eyes. He's so proud of that, Tammy. He's really proud of whatever happened. That your son is all about helping people in the physical world as well as in spirit. So I can't even tell you how proud he is. But what is he? Why does he talk about the ring? What's the ring?
The ring? I'm not sure.
He has.
I thought his ring was my ring with his name on it.
Well, you listen. Do you want to just put Erica on, Tammy? I'm kidding.
She's like, no, Mom, it's for you.
He keeps talking about the special ring.
Yeah. She had a special ring made with his name on it and birthstone.
Oh, come on. How amazing is that? He's so psyched about that. But he also said, did he have the tattoo, or why does he talk about the tattoo?
Oh, my God. I have a tattoo with his name on it.
Oh, my God. So, Tammy, know that this is all to show you that he knows. He knows that what's going on in, but why? Dad! He's yelling out, Dad! Where's Dad?
He lived with his dad, so he thinks about his dad all the time.
Oh, my God. So he's just giving a big shout-out to Dad also. There's also, Tammy, where's, I almost went to, and this could be a double validation. I just said to your son, you do know this is only an hour show and I have other calls, right? Because your son thinks that this is all about him and his family, which I love. Because it's when Spirit says that for Tammy and Erica, it just means it shows you how much he loves you and how much he's with you. So let me tell you two things. He tells me, I can't tell if this is Wendy or Windy, but there's something connected with the W that he said that you guys would know. So my inclination is to go to the wind, like windmill or wind something.
Service after saying out windmill.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't hear that. What?
We had his service at Highland Country Club, and they had a big windmill.
Oh, my God, Tammy and Erica. That's what he's talking about. So it's all letting you know that, boy, he has been with you since he crossed over, even though he just said to me, and I have to tell you, this is the first time Spirit has said this to me. He just said, Stephen, please tell my mom and to tell my beautiful sister I didn't cross anywhere. I'm with them. I'm physically with them, even though they can't see me. I'm standing right next to them. Right now, he just said that he's hugging both of you at the same time and kissing you and hugging you. And, boy, you guys are blessed to have this beautiful, beautiful soul with you. And I think he did a great, great job just validating that he's always with you. And I'm going to leave that with you. And so much love, Tammy and Erica.
Thank you so much.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back. Good afternoon, and welcome back to Through the Static. Before I take a call, I have to give a shout-out also to my beautiful niece, Morgan, who's in Florida, with her mama, Holly, who I adore these two. And Holly sent me a video. They were at the opening of a BJ's, and Morgan caught that they were playing Lotta Love, which is my theme song. So I love the fact that my niece caught that. She's 13, and not on a side note, she's beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed, but she's in my family, so how would she not, right? And her mother is just as beautiful, so Holly.
I ain't going to disagree with
All
that.
right, so I got to stop.
I'm not crazy.
But I had to but I had to give a validation to that because I picked that song for a reason and lots of love. So, okay, let's go to the next call. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this?
This is Stephen. I want to congratulate you both on being together for so long and happy anniversary.
Hey,
well,
Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's so beautiful to hear.
And many more.
Why, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
I'm willing to go, Stephen. I don't know if Felix is, but I guess only time will tell, right? All right. So listen, let me get to where you are, Stephen, with Spirit. Okay, Stephen, wow, there's a lot here. There's a grandmother that almost knocked me down to get here, to let you know that she's here. Is your mother still here?
My mother is, yes.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Mom. I knew it was grandmother who was in spirit. But your grandmother, where's MR? Mary, Marilyn, where's the M?
MR?
Yeah.
Is she saying that as...
She's saying it as to validate somebody like Mark, Marilyn, Mary, but there's an MR, Marianne. There's somebody connected that she wants to give as a validation. It could be somebody in spirit, Stephen, or somebody here.
I can't place like a first or last name. I'm thinking, but I can't.
It sometimes also, Stephen, can be a middle name. So just keep it. I'm asking your grandmother, and she's looking at me cross-eyed, like, "What's wrong with you? I already told you. Your grandmother's very funny, this grandmother." But no, it's a last name, Stephen.
R would be a last name.
It's a last name because it sounds like it's Marowski. It sounds like Maroney. There's an MR, but it's a last name. It's not a first name your grandmother's giving. So just make sure you keep it with you. At some point, it will come. Your grandmother also, she just said you know. She's like, but my grandson knows.
In a last name? I really wish I did. I wish I had someone prompting me like the last call. Help me out, sister.
Stephen, your grandmother brings me to your mom, so it's connected to your mother. There's maybe a friend or a family friend, or but there's Maribelin, because your grandmother's very specific with what she's giving me, and I can hear it. But it doesn't sound like a first name; it sounds like a last name. So just keep it with you. Your grandmother also tells me that you've got a birthday anniversary really close, like really close. Like
I have an anniversary of death.
Right, but when is it?
April 29th.
Where are we? Yes, perfect. So I always say 2-3 weeks forward, 2-3 weeks backwards. So just make sure you know that they're giving a shout out. Your grandma just wants to give that as a validation. There's also young male Stephen here stepping forward, but he makes me feel like he's a peer of yours. Like somebody.
What are you defining as young?
Well, somebody that's close age-wise, that would be close age-wise to you.
That would fit the picture.
Perfect.
Within 7 years, anyway.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But so just know that he's stepping forward. He also said he's harassing you, Stephen, because he said, "What the hell is wrong with him with this MR?" Of course he knows, because now he's converting it to it's both. It's first name and last name, two separate. But there's an MR because now he brings me to like Mark. It's an MR name, first name.
So M would be the first name, and R would be.
It could be separate. It could be first or last, or it could be first name, like Mark, Marilyn, Marianne. But there's an M.
I know a Mark, Marilyn, Marianne, but I don't know what the R is. I mean, it could be Marilyn if it's MR, but he was saying last name, so I don't know.
Okay, wait. So let me back up, Stephen. So you know a Mark?
I knew a Mark who passed, but
there's
the first name and a Marilyn, but before I was thinking of a first and last name. So.
Oh no! So just know that in Marilyn is in spirit also.
Yeah.
Okay, so know that this is all of them. Your grandmother just put her hands up and said, "Finally." But my grandson has a lot of good qualities. She loves you.
You just like to drink before this call.
No, I usually wait till after happy hour.
Well, Stephen, come swing by the studio and pick us up. But listen, your grandmother. It was just, she's the one that's bringing all of these people in. So Mark, I thought I heard Mark. So know
there was a Mark that passed as well.
So know that Mark and Marilyn are here. They're letting you know that they're here in spirit, giving a big shout out. But also keep the last name MR
as a last name, okay.
Connected to your mom.
My mom.
Keep that with you. You also got a ring. There's also a ring that your grandmother talks about. So there's a ring that, but it makes me feel, Stephen, that it is a male ring because they're showing me my father's ring.
The only ring I have is my high school graduation ring.
I don't think so. Because that wouldn't have because it makes me feel like it's dedicated to somebody, or connected to somebody who crossed. So a high school ring would just have your stuff, right?
I don't have any other rings, though.
Did your father buy that?
No.
Okay. There's a somebody, maybe this is connected to Mark or to Marilyn or your mom's father, but there's a ring connection, and it's a male ring, and there's a reason why they're bringing it up, Stephen. So your mom's never talked about her mom having your grandfather's ring or something, a story with a ring, a male ring?
I don't remember specifically, but they did get a lot of jewelry from, the grandparents and stuff, so possible.
Keep it with you because they're giving that as a validation. And what's with the lion?
Lion?
Yes, lion. Sometimes they'll give me a lion if someone's a Leo, so someone is born I don't know. I think Leo is August, but in this particular case, it makes me feel like it's not just it's not astrology, Leo. It's a lion, like a lion club or a lion like a stuffed animal lion or a porcelain lion.
Well, my mother has a friend that's a Lions member of the Lions Club, but that's the only lion I can think of offhand.
So no, and you may say that's such a weird thing for them to say. No, it's a way that they just want spirits just bringing me to your mom's, to what's going on with mom and the friend that's connected to the Lion Club, whatever that is. Make sure if you have an opportunity to go back to listen to when this recording is uploaded, because all of this will make sense, and it all flows, Stephen. So that they're bringing me back to your mom, so there's got to be a reason for it, as well as this is definitely your mom's dad talking about the ring. There is a ring that your grandfather's talking about. Your mom's dad is Cross, correct?
Yeah.
He's talking about a ring that does your mom have a brother?
Yeah, couple.
Because he's talking about the brothers, the brother or the brothers. So maybe one of the brothers has the ring. So is that something you can ask your mom?
If she remembers, yeah. She's getting a little early onset, but she might remember those things because they're way back.
Yeah, she could, Stephen, and I mean, and Julie, who's Julie?
Julie.
You gonna start singing for us, Stephen? Julie.
No, I'm not good enough for that. Julie as
they're validating a Julie, and who writes?
Who writes?
Writes. Like
I write. I have 2 books my father wrote. Oh, we have a lot of writers in my family. Some of them are published, and my niece is an avid writer. She was.
Is there a Julie in one of the books?
Not that I know of.
Well, spirit.
No, definitely not in my book. Julie. No, I can't place that specific.
Jules or Julie, and they're referencing the book. So I don't know if they're talking about there's a book that's referencing jewels, like jewelry or jewels, or there's Julie, but there's something connected that your father's talking about. And just wanted to give a great validation to all the writers in the family.
That my father, you said.
It doesn't have to be specific to your father. Your father's saying it, Stephen, but it could reference to something else. You know,
I guess they definitely want me to come back and listen to this and see if, when it's archived, because there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you do that, and I'm going to leave that with you. So, Stephen, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
And you have a great day.
You too.
All righty, bye-bye. Hello, this is Stephen. Hi, this is Stephen.
Stephen, this is Paul.
This is Paul.
Hello?
Hello, Paul.
Yes.
How are you?
How are you doing? I'm the guy driving.
You shouldn't be calling and driving at the same time, Paul.
Oh, no. Yeah, I have you on speakerphone.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay.
So.
Anyway.
Okay.
Well, congratulations. I didn't know this was your anniversary, number one. Congratulations to both of you.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. 26 years, Paul. It's good, huh?
Jesus, really? Wow, that's amazing. Oh, good for you guys. You're two of my favorite people. But anyway, I'm listening to that last guy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
You know who Paul is. The actor.
Oh, now I do. Paul, with these headphones on, I can't tell, but how are you, Paul?
Hi. Finally, huh? We guilt you into calling.
Yes, you did. Yes. No, but I got to ask you something. Have you ever had a connection with somebody you're trying to make out, like in your previous call, but it was actually meant for someone on hold?
Oh, yes. Yes.
The stuff you were saying, you're talking about a ring, father's ring. I'm wearing my father's ring. It's one of my proudest possessions. You mentioned the Lion. My father belonged to the Lions Club. He had a hunting camp in Maine called the Lion's Den.
Oh, my God.
I was just thinking of that today and how much he loved it and how much I loved being with him there. I was just thinking of my dad just before you called. You mentioned Julie. My grandmother's name was Julia.
Oh, my God.
So I'm telling you, I think you're onto something. And I have been getting so many signs from my dad lately. And I need to know what he's trying to tell me.
Well, let me just, first of all, Paul, thank you so much for the validation. I do, and I think it happens to all mediums, I do my best before I come in here and tell my guides, I have very specific guides, and say, please, when I'm on the phone with someone, make sure that the spirit is there for that person and not the previous or the one coming up. But sometimes, like your dad, you get a spirit that is very pushy and wants to come in, seriously, and wants to talk to his son. So I'm sure there's still some things that Stephen,
but it could be double validation.
Exactly, is going to connect with. But to answer your question, Paul, yes, that, I know exactly what your father... You said, first of all, sometimes when we get a lot of signs from our loved ones, like in your case, Paul, you're getting the signs from your dad, sometimes it's just the signs. It's just to let you know that we're here, that they're here for us. But in this case, you said you want to know what your dad is saying, and there is a message. I'm not really sure what you're doing, but your father's saying that something shifted with you. Something shifted recently. When I say recently, it could be a year, it could be 6 months, but something shifted in the sense of you taking ownership of who Paul is and really feeling and really knowing what you bring to the table, and you've shifted in the universe. And your father said, if you don't know that, you're going to feel it very soon. That something has shifted for you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, without question. I mean. Well, you guys probably see me on Facebook. I've never gotten so much work. I'm getting more acting work and even writing work, but more acting work than ever. And I have never felt more in control of designing my own life than I am now.
Oh, my God.
I feel like I'm hitting the ground running here. I feel like I'm hitting my stride in so many ways. It's absolutely amazing. And I think of my father a lot. And how I am standing on his shoulders because he planted the seeds of creativity in me. He was a very creative guy, but he never explored it. He never let them germinate, those seeds. But he passed them on to me, and I am, honest to God, I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's getting better all the time.
Paul, but it's just an affirmation, not to interrupt you. It's just an affirmation of saying, you know, you wanted to know what he was thinking and what the message was. That's exactly the message. And let me just tell you, your father just said to me, which for anybody listening is so cool, is that your father just said the reason why you're seeing so many signs is because where you are here. You're in such a good place, and when we're in a good place here and following our passion, following our purpose, is when we're open to all these signs. They go hand in hand, Paul, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's amazing. Yeah.
And Grandma, what was it, Jules? What was the grandmother?
Julie.
It's my mom. My mom's mom is Julia.
Julia. So, well, because Julia just said, hey, he got that it was my name, it was me coming through. So Grandma's just giving you a big shout out too.
Yeah, and it's amazing because no word of a lie. I was just running in my head a monologue I would like to write about my grandparents, and she came up. Both of my grandmothers came up, and we never got to know each other. They both died when I was like 6 and 7 years old, within a year of each other. So I knew my grandfathers much better, but you know, I love them to pieces from what I remember about them. So yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Paul, I know another thing Spirit is trying to tell you. You may want to get a hold of your coach. How about that?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. How about that?
I don't know where to find him.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I got to talk to you because things are moving. And the last time we talked, well, you know, I'm lazy in certain areas, but I got somebody else in my life pushing me along in the right direction.
Paul, I know Elix is initiating this, but sort of busy here doing a Through the Static show, so I'm going to have to let you go. But I love that you called. You know we love you so much, and we'll be hopefully talking and seeing you soon.
I hope so.
Yes, please. I'll let you know when the shows are coming up. You guys come see it.
All right, perfect. Lots of love, Paul, and we'll be back.
Funny.
And welcome back to Through the Static. I'm just so excited to be here. Missing last week just made me very sad, didn't it? You know what? It's like I'm talking to Wood here. I'm talking to Elix, and he looks at me like, what did you just say?
No, I heard what you said. It makes you very sad.
It made me very sad.
Thanks, Mark. Please. At least someone's listening.
And I am listening. It's just that you get sad for a lot of things, so I couldn't quite... I had many answers for you. It makes you sad. Well, there's a lot of things that make you sad.
Well, you know, when you're a medium, that's part of the course, is that you're very sensitive and you can't help it. You just you're entwined with people's energy and you feel things, and you know. So I love getting to do this, and I love getting to do readings and talking to people, and you know. So of course I was sad. You know.
Yes.
The other side of that was, you know, I had very clean teeth. So that's good, right?
Okay, next call, please.
Yeah, let's go. Next call. Hello, this is Steven.
Steven, it's Tia. Happy Easter.
Hey, Tia, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Tia. This is Tia from the facility, right?
How many Tias do you know?
Well, there's not many, but Tia, I you know, of course this is live, right? So I am going to see if I can do this, and I don't know if I kind of go to another screen, am I going to lose Facebook Live?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
So okay.
You can do it.
All right. Well.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Tia.
Tia, I am going to tell you something that, and I am going to, when I finish this show with Mark, who produces the show, and Elix, and neither one of them know this, I swear to God, and I'm going to show them so they can validate this for you. This afternoon, out of nowhere, when I got home and I was preparing for the show, I went on to Google and started getting and looking at all information about ALS. How is that?
I wonder why.
And certainly because your husband's here, and for people that don't know, it would have come out anyway. I'm not giving any surprises that Tia's lost her husband because of ALS. And, of course, Jack. It's Jack, right?
You said it.
Is here, and I cannot even tell you. I wish I could not lose Facebook Live to be able to show Elix and Mark right now. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, and it was just without me even having any idea you were going to call. It was Jack saying, "You know what? I got some privy information that my darling wife's going to be calling in the show. So let me just do something so that I can blow her mind." And it's a wonderful way to let you know that he's here. He just said though that there's also Tia. There's He cleared out the room, too, by the way. So if you're looking for anyone else to come through, it's not happening because your husband's like, no, this is my time. So I don't think you have an issue with that, right?
Not at all.
Good. So he tells me there's something now, birthday anniversary, something really close because he brings me to April.
Of course, because tomorrow is not tomorrow, but the 12th is our anniversary. Oh. And Michael had his bone marrow transplant on our 22nd anniversary of April.
Oh, my God, Tia. So that's why he talked about April, because there's such significant dates. And just letting you know that if you didn't know, that he's here. Tia, he keeps bringing me to, well, let me see. Let me figure out what Jack's saying. He just hugged me. I love your husband.
I know.
I love him. I mean, the Spirit does that not often, but Jack just did. He's showing me like a grog. I don't know how else to explain this to you. Like you pick up this nice mug and sort of like clank it like toasting somebody. So was there something? I don't know if he used to do something like with a particular like beer mug or a glass.
No. But I can tell you that my daughter got married in September of 17.
Okay.
And she got married at the Wolfboro Inn in New Hampshire, where Jack and I used to go.
Right.
And you could drink beers to earn a stein. Well, Jack never earned that stein, but he earned it that night at Nikki's wedding. They gave him a commemorative stein, and it's hanging in the Wolfboro Inn, so whenever we go up there, we can drink in memory of Jack.
Oh, my God, Tia, I have goose pimples, and that usually doesn't happen to me through my whole body.
He knows he got his stein.
He knows he got his stein. Wow. I am, I mean, Spirit blows me away all the time, but this is incredible. No wonder why he was hanging with me earlier, and I couldn't understand why I was looking up ALS, and I was like reading all this information on it, and it was Jack that was with me. Tia, if that's not an incredible way to say, not only, I mean, I know you know how much he loves you, but to let you know that this man has not left your side for 1 second, and when you I don't know, like if it was a ceremony or whenever it happened that you got that stein for him, know that he was standing right next to you, and just with your daughter, with your son. I mean, how incredible is that?
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love it. I love that he wanted to give that as a validation. So it's beautiful. And Tia, thank you so much for calling. I hope to God at some point I get to see you again. But
you will.
Know that beautiful husband of yours is giving you a big hug. But I love him, Tia, because Jack just said he's giving you the special hug, his kid's special hug, the dog's special hug. But he's also reaching out to. He's got a brother, right?
He does.
Well, when Spirit extends their arm, it just means that he's hugging family and hugging everybody. So, and he knows how much people think about him and how much they miss him. But he is in a good place, and he's watching you guys. So you're never alone, Tia.
Yeah, thank you.
And I love that. And thank you for calling. And
hey, good to hear your voice, and happy Easter to you and Alex.
Tia, thank you. It was so great to hear your voice, and so much love for you. Not that I need to say that, because Jack looked at me like cockeyed, like, really? So much love? I give her enough love, so you don't need to say that. And he's laughing. You know, your husband I never met him, but clearly he had a great sense of humor.
Oh, he had a great sense of humor. He had a great laugh.
I love it. But Tia, I got to tell you, this mug, the stein, is going to be with me the rest of the night, because that was amazing.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. My son pushed for him to get that, and he spoke to the bartender. The bartender actually, looked him up in the archives, Jack Hayes, and he came out and he said, "Oh, I found your dad's card." He goes, "You guys drink all night, and I'm going to give you a sign. We're going to have it engraved." So it's up there, hanging on the Wolf Barrow Inn bar side, ceiling. And every time we go up there, we can just ask for it, and they'll pull it down. We can all drink out of it.
Oh, my Tia, that is the best validation. That Jack boy, he didn't. He blew it out of the water.
That's awesome.
He did.
Awesome. Yeah.
He did. So listen, it's the end of my show, so I'm going to hang up with you. And lots of love to you.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Thank you for calling.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And listen, thank everybody who called or tried to call to get through. I know this hour goes by so fast, but
too fast.
What incredible validations from people. That Stein from Jack, and I never met Tia's husband. That was wild, and
that's
I swear, wait till you see my phone that I was looking through ALS, and that's how he died. It's pretty incredible that without me even knowing, he was with me preparing because he knew Tia was going to get through. Or he made sure Tia got through. So, well, we'll be back. I can't speak next Wednesday, same time, same channel, StephenTheMedium.com.
Coach Elix at performancecoachingbyelix.com. Find me on LinkedIn and Facebook.
We got Mark in the house. So happy he's back, and we will see you I was going to say tomorrow. What's wrong with me? We'll see you.
They can see us anytime.
Well,
they can find us.
Find me on Stephen the Medium.
Absolutely.
So we will reconvene this show next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So lots of love to everybody, and bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.